For the start of Digimon Seeker support, today's cards look over additional support for Eiji Nagasumi, aka Cracker Fang, and a lot of new cards for Leon Alexander, aka Hacker Judge, and his partner, Pulsemon. If you've been enjoying these types of videos, definitely hit that like and subscribe, and share it with your friends. This channel is largely dedicated to information when it comes to helping players learn more about upcoming sets coming to the English release. But soon enough, with the unified release in just 1 year, I'll be providing information on a global scale. Thank you so much for your continued support. Hell Lugarmon is the first card, a dual red-purple card that digivolves for 4 from a red or purple Digimon, or specifically an SOC Digimon for a cost of 3. Even cards like Airdramon. This card has 8000 DP in retaliation with no inheritable. End of opponent's turn. By deleting this Digimon, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest DP. On deletion, you may play one Lugamon or Eiji Nagasumi from your trash without paying the cost. Not gonna lie, I still prefer the old Hell Lugarmon for the fact that you have a choice of what to target. Additionally, this is end of your opponent's turn, not end of your turn. Let me know in the comments which one you think is superior. As for Soul Lugarmon, this Digimon follows the same principles as Hell Lugarmon, but has a play cost of 7 and a stat line of 7000 DP. When digivolving by trashing 2 cards in your hand, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 6000 DP or less. If this effect didn't delete a Digimon, you may play one level 4 or lower Digimon card with the SOC trait without paying the cost. Somewhat removal and recursion. All turns when one of your other Digimon with the SOC trait is deleted, this Digimon with a Tamer card with the SOC trait in its sources may digivolve into Fenrir Lugamon from your trash without paying the cost. Hey, I definitely like the last part of this card. The inheritable also lets you end of attack once per turn. If your opponent has 1 or more memory, unsuspend this Digimon. This gives you a little bit more flexibility with when your unsuspend happens, but due to more of these effects playing SOC related Digimon, this also means that more of your level 4 Dark Animal targets will be removed from the deck. For the last Eiji Nagasumi related card, it's the Demon Wolf of the Castle of Nine Wolves. This 3-cost option card reveals the top 3 cards of your deck, adds 1 card with the SOC trait, then returns the rest to the bottom. If this effect added a card to the hand, trash 1 card, then place this in the battle area. Delay, you may play 1 card with the SOC trait from your trash with the play cost reduced by 2. The security effect does the same thing as the main effect. In some respect, this card replaces Analog Youth, but I think it will largely depend on how our meta shapes up once BT16 fully drops. With that, all of the remaining cards are Leon Alexander and Pulsemon related. Moving in color order, Divemon is a blue Digimon that digivolves from any blue or yellow level 4 Digimon for a cost of 3. On play and when digivolving, if you have 3 or more security cards, unsuspend one of your Digimon. If you have 3 or fewer cards, return one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon to the bottom of the deck. Kind of nice considering this can mess with some of the armored Digimon with Armor Purge, and in a sealed scene, that's definitely nice. The inheritable is end of attack once per turn. If this Digimon has Pulsemon in the text, by trashing the top card of your security stack, unsuspend this Digimon. With some top-end Pulsemon-related Digimon in this set, fairly good chance this effect could go off. Keep in mind also that if you have exactly 3 security, you get both effects. Tempomon has the same cost, special cost, and stats as Divemon, with a similar on-play when digivolving effect that if you have 3 or more security cards, one of your opponent's Digimon gets a debuff of 4000 DP. If you have 3 or fewer, one of your opponent's Digimon gets security tech -2. And again, the same inheritable effect. I haven't read what the level 6s do yet, but I'm hoping they're good. Starting from the beginning now, Pulsemon returns as a green Digimon. Digivolution cost of 0 and a special Digivolution cost of 0 from specifically BBmon. Currently in the card game there are 2 BBmon, a yellow and green variant, where one gains you a memory if you have exactly 3 security cards when attacking, and another one that while all of your Digimon are suspended, this Digimon gets plus 1000 DP. Arguably, I don't like any of the BBmons, so at this time the special Digivolution cost is inconsequential. This Digimon is the searcher for the archetype, allowing you to add 1 card with Pulsemon in its text, and 1 card with the Abaddon Electronics traits to the hand before returning the rest to the bottom. Its inheritable provides a plus 1000 DP buff on all turns, while this Digimon has Pulsemon in the text. Honestly, that's really easy. Runnermon is a level 4 Digimon option for Pulsemon, but can Digivolve from any green level 3 for 2. On play and when Digivolving, if you have 3 or more security cards, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. If you have 3 or fewer, gain 1 memory. The inheritable is the same as Pulsemon. Not terrible honestly even in a sealed setting. Because you have so many Pulsemon cards, I feel like the Pulsemon family is going to be the strongest element in sealed. Pistmon follows the same pattern as all the other level 5s so far, with the same Digivolution costs and multicolor elements from Yellow. On play and when Digivolving, if you have 3 or more security cards, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. That Digimon can't unsuspend during your opponent's next unsuspend phase. If you have 3 or fewer security cards, gain 2 memory. You know, these green cards specifically can get you out of a pinch, considering the overall Digivolution cost is 1 if you have 3 or less security. Achillesmon can Digivolve from any of these level 5 Digimon with Pulsemon in their text for a cost of 3, or generically from a level 5 green Digimon for a cost of 3. When Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, then one of your opponent's Digimon can't unsuspend until the end of your opponent's next turn. All turns when this Digimon deletes an opponent's Digimon in battle, if you have 3 or more security cards, trash the top card of your opponent's security. Otherwise, if you have 3 or fewer, gain 2 memory. This is another boss monster that could be effective in sealed. Still, my first choice goes to Slash Angemon. Namakemon is like Runnermon with the same costs, special Digivolution cost and stats down to even its inheritable. Its on play and when Digivolving effect allows you to be protected by DP reduction effects or D-Digivolve effects until the end of your opponent's turn if you have 3 or more security. But if you have 3 or less, one of your Digimon gains blocker and reboot for the turn. Shootmon is the second to last level 5 to go over, again with the same costs, special Digivolution costs and inheritables as all previous level 5s. The only difference is, when you have 3 or more security cards, you get a D-Digivolve one Digimon when you play it, or Digivolve into this Digimon. At 3 or fewer, you get to delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 6 or less. Climbmon is the last level 5 Digimon to go over for Pulsemon. And holy crap, I can't believe Bandai actually printed all these alternate level 5s for Pulsemon in the same set. Hilariously, this is the only one that has a different play cost of 7, and a stat line of 7000 DP, and no on-play effect. When Digivolving, if you have 3 or more security cards, draw 2, then trash 1 in your hand. If you have 3 or fewer security cards, you may play one Digimon card with 6000 DP or less, and Pulsemon in its text from your trash without paying the cost. At the next time your opponent's turn ends, delete this Digimon. Kind of rough, but this definitely can assist with recycling your Pulsemon level 4s and 5s in the sealed setting. This definitely will help with controlling the board through the various effects. Shroudmon is the last level 6 Digimon, yet another big body in this set with 13,000 DP. This purple-yellow Digimon has a play cost of 13 and a Digivolution cost of 5 from a yellow, purple, or Digimon with Pulsemon in its text. When Digivolving and end of attack once per turn. If you have 3 or more security cards, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 7,000 DP for the turn. If you have 3 or fewer security cards, delete one of your opponent's unsuspended Digimon. When this Digimon would leave the battle area, by your opponent's effect if you have 3 or more security cards, by trashing the top card of your security stack, prevent it from leaving play. Well, that's just rude. On deletion, recovery +1 until you have 3 security cards. Now that is really nice. Still, I feel the whole concept of playing with your security at 3 life rarely works, and even DigimonMeta.com kind of agrees with this since there is no topping list. But again, for a sealed setting, this could be a really tough card to get around. Hacker Judge, also treated as Leon Alexander, is the memory fixer for the deck. Like all Digimon Seeker Tamers, it mind links to specifically Digimon with Pulsemon in the text. While this Digimon has Pulsemon in its text, it gains Blocker and Barrier. And end of all turns, play from the sources without paying the cost. Honestly, pretty standard stuff, and so far the only memory fixer I've seen in this set. The last card of course goes to Kamehameha! Thunder Flame Crusher. This 6th cost purple yellow option card can have its color requirements ignored, while you have a Digimon or Tamer with Pulsemon in the text. When you would use this card? By trashing the top card of your security stack until you have 3 cards left, reduce the cost by 2 for each card trashed. Meaning at full life, it could cost 2 memory. Main. Delete one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon. Then if you have 2 or fewer security cards, place this card at the bottom of your security stack. Excuse me? You what? The security effect simply gives one of your opponent's Digimon minus 15,000 DP for the turn. More than enough to eliminate a Magnamon X if they don't have immunity. Again, fairly decent and potentially sealed. With the first round of new Digimon Seeker support, Pulsemon gets a lot of new cards for its archetype with a few scraps here and there for AG and Lugamon. But I'm not convinced that these cards are the cream of the crop when it comes to competitive play. In a sealed environment, due to the sheer number of Pulsemon cards, it could greatly help with getting your effects to trigger. Generally, where do you stand on Pulsemon as a deck? Is it still missing something, or do you think it just doesn't have the same coverage as other fan favorites, like AG and Lugamon, the Digipolice, or the Sons of Chaos? Let me know, as tomorrow concludes the last video for the set review of BT16, Beginning Observers. This is DigiPanda, logging out.